What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Show and Tech. So this week I got my hands on a bunch of new gear for the channel, namely a Canon M50 and a Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. And just as a little bit of insight as to the type of person that I am, if I'm making a purchase over $100, I'm the type of person who will take between 2 and 8 weeks researching, watching all the YouTube videos, going to the website, putting it in my cart, seeing what the tax is, taking it back out, putting it back in, etc. So today's video is all about creating the one video that I wish that I could have found or saw on YouTube when I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted or needed the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. So having said that, this video is for somebody who was like me, so not someone who is camera savvy and looking for all the stats and the specs about the lens and argues the difference between whether or not it's called bokeh or bokeh and whether or not the image has vignetting on the sides and all of that funky terminology. This video is for the everyday person who kind of just stumbled onto this whole YouTube thing and started to love it and really just wanted to increase the overall production quality of their channel. Now, to be clear, until yesterday, I had never owned a real camera before, and as such, I'd never owned a real lens before. For anyone that's new to this channel, I started on YouTube back in December of 2019, and up until this point, I think I've got like 30 something videos, and all of those were shot on either my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus or my iPhone SE. And we're not talking about the new iPhone SE, we're talking about the original from way back when. So the Sigma 16mm lens is highly touted as the perfect lens for people who are on a budget, people who are vloggers and want to really increase the overall production quality or the overall image quality of their YouTube or video content. But for me, I wasn't someone who was interested in walking around and vlogging. I'm also not someone who is, at least not yet, interested in photography. So a lot of the videos that I watched about this lens didn't talk about the one thing that I really wanted to do, and that was to continue making talking headshot videos like this so that I can continue doing my tech reviews. So rather than continue to talk about this lens like so many other videos on YouTube do, I want to show it to you. So all the footage that we're gonna look at right now is just 1080p. I don't shoot anything in 4K or any fancy stuff like that. It's just gonna be straight up 1080p, and we're gonna look at 3 different comparisons, and I'll let you be the judge. So this one's easy. This first test is my typical setup that I've had for the last 6 or 7 months. I'm currently shooting on my Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. It's sitting on a tripod just in front of me. Like I said, 1080p, haven't adjusted any settings or color corrected anything, done anything crazy like that. I just set it up, went to video, hit shoot, and this is what it looks like. So this is the kit lens that comes packaged with the Canon M50. So it's the EDM 15 to 45mm if I'm not mistaken. And overall, I think it looks pretty good. It gets enough in the frame, so it's still pretty wide. If you're doing a talking head video like this and you want to show something, you got a product in your hand or you're moving around or whatever, you know that you're still gonna be in the frame, you're still gonna look good. It's lit pretty well. And overall, again, at 1080p, you really can't go wrong with this either. But now let's take a look at the next lens and see how that compares. And so this is the image coming out of the same budget Canon M50, but now with that Sigma 16mm lens on it. And to me, overall, I think that this makes the video look the best. So we're still 1080p, we're still 30 frames per second. Everything is pretty much the exact same as it was with the other lens and the Note 10 Plus that we shot on. But overall, I think this seems to be the most pleasant to look at, has the best overall quality for someone that's watching and taking in your content. And while the picture quality isn't the most important thing, I mean, people are still gonna be worried about your audio and they're gonna be worried about what it is you're actually saying to them to make them stay and watch the video. But I think overall, as a starting point to sort of start to galvanize your channel and make everything look more coherent and professional, then the Sigma 16mm is a great place to start. Don't get me wrong, starting with a smartphone is great. Starting with just a kit lens is great. But once you start your channel and you figure out that this is something that you really like to do, I suggest just starting to save up the money as I did, and then go ahead and pull the trigger on this lens right here, because it really is fantastic. And so yeah, that's pretty much it from me. I just, again, wanted to make this video so that maybe there's somebody out there who was in my same position trying to find their perfect lens for YouTube and what it is that they do on YouTube. You're not worried about vlogging and walking around with it and image stabilization, all those things. You just want to be able to set it up on a tripod, know that it looks good, get that desired blurred effect behind you so that you're the main focus and separated from your background. That way you establish that nice, genuine connection with your audience. And so that's it from me. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you want to come back. Much love as always. Throwing up 2 of them, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.